Hello, everybody, and welcome to Naughty or Nice with Miss Cassie. And my special guest tonight is Mistress Melissa.
Hey, guys.
So glad to have you on the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
I have to tell you, you look marvelous.
Thank you. Thank you. We had to do, I was like, maybe the white's going to my head. I don't know.
Well, I love what you did with the hair and the rose. And
we figured we'd do something a little different, every great once in a while,
Yeah, it's classy.
Well, we went for classy lady tonight.
Oh.
Might be a false advertising, I don't know, but we went for classy lady.
Oh, it's not false advertising. You have more class than any mistress I've met.
Wow, thank you. That's a big statement. Thank you very much.
Well, you made a very big impression on me back in 2010, the first time that I met you at DomCon.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, you were
remember
amazing.
That. Thank you. Thank you.
And you were gorgeous then. You're always gorgeous. How did you pull this off?
Lots of beauty supply products. No,
It's more than that.
Lots of coffee and a little meditation. No,
I think the beauty comes from within.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
And somehow you just channel it out there because it's like everybody just loves your energy.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I try to see what I can bring to a situation. It's a very conscientious thing.
It is. Yeah. It is. You are one of the most focused people. What word am I looking for here? You are an individual who has unbelievable focus.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Anytime that I've seen you sing, when you take the time to talk to somebody, I mean, you give your full attention to the situation.
Thank you.
And that is a rare gift.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Because I know that I'm thinking of 50,000 things at the moment. It's really hard for me to focus.
I'm like, a squirrel. Yeah, I know, I get it. I have a lot of squirrel moments. I've always been the kind of person that, I don't know if it's the ADD, ADHD, and OCD that goes on. But I've always juggled a lot of different balls, so to speak. And if I don't have 15 balls in the air, then I feel like I can't focus. So multitasking is a good thing for me.
I understand. Yeah. It's like when I study, I can't study unless there's chaos in the room. I come from a very big family, so putting me in a quiet room.
And if you broke your hand, you have a speech impediment kind of thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
I got to have the distraction
totally
or I can't tune it out and concentrate.
I get that. I had that. Believe me, I get that. I had that a lot growing up with, the doctors and the testing and stuff like that, with, my focus and all that. And they were like, oh, no. And that's when, second grade, they diagnosed me with, ADHD or ADD. And apparently that's all, kibosh. Anyway. But no, I always have to have something taking part of my attention away to be able to give all of my focus in one direction, or else I'm just
Oh, that's a way to really understand how you work. Not everybody gets that, that we all have different ways of helping us focus.
Yeah.
That, sometimes it isn't just putting our nose to the grindstone. Sometimes we need a little bit of a circus going on.
I got to play the drums while I'm leaning over or something. I don't know. I've got to do stuff like that.
It's like it's not playing guitar unless I sing.
That's true. Actually, I was playing guitar with my 4-year-old today, and it was pretty funny. Yeah, we were doing the ABCs, and she has her little Monster High guitar. She was pretty rad.
Aww.
So it was pretty cool. That's shiny. See, squirrel.
That
squirrel
is
moment.
So cute.
But yeah, and I totally get that. It's I have to walk and chew gum at the same time. I'm just walking. I'm like, oh, I need to be.
While walking and chewing gum at the same time?
Yeah, I'm a high-functioning multitasker.
Yes, you are. And I imagine.
And I have a sense of humor about myself.
Can you pat your head and rub your tongue?
I'm not sure if I can do that one. Yeah, I can.
You can.
I got that.
Of course you can.
I got that. Ooh, hairpins. I feel like the witch from Bugs Bunny if I ran really fast. Not that I can run right now.
Oh, God. I used to love that witch.
Witch Hazel is amazing.
She is.
I'm just saying.
And I love the monster, too. I love that particular episode when he,
Bugs Bunny is the original crossdresser.
Isn't he, though?
Yeah, Bugs Bunny is the original crossdresser when you do Carmen Miranda. And that's, I think, I don't know, maybe my love of crossdressers came in there because, my little brother was 2, and I'd get him in the shower and put the wrap around him and, the turban, and I'd put fruit, and, 2 years old, he was like, da shapeta. Gosh, I bet that I was just like, this is awesome.
Oh my God, that's so cool.
I have ran a lot of random stories about shit. just about random things.
Well, you know, yeah. I always thought that my love of cross-dressing came from Milton Berle, but you may have just sparked something here. It may actually be from Bugs Bunny.
Yeah, my favorite episode is Barbara Seville.
I love that.
Yeah, true story.
Oh, that's awesome.
I hum Green Acres when I do bondage. I get it. It's a true story. If you've been in my classes, you know.
Oh. So. Well, you know, I love that sort of thinking. That's kind of like comfort food, you know?
It is comfort food. I mean, it's totally like meatloaf and potatoes. You know what I mean? It's like I try to be a person that I never forget where I came from. You know what I mean? I'm like, I try to stay very much in touch with all of that.
Nice.
Yeah. You know, I'm just saying.
Yeah. I totally get it. You know, it's like I used to play Frank Sinatra during massages because I have to tell you, everybody likes Frank.
I have yet to find a person that goes, I hate Frank Sinatra, he sucks. You know, and I'm just
exactly.
Like, who are you? You're not human.
Well, there are a few of those out there. But,
this is true. True. No, there's all kinds.
What's the world without some diversity?
Oh, okay. Thank you. I'm like more of like any acceptance, embracement, rather than tolerance kind of thing. I'm more in this category over here. That's where I like to be. I'm like, and I have a say. I'm like, you know, okay, so that happened.
All right. Well, a lot has been happening in your life lately.
A lot has been happening. It's been a party.
Is that a good thing?
It is. I mean, you know, c'est la vie. You know, it's life. It's had its ups and downs. It's definitely been a roller coaster. Mm-hmm. And first of all, I want to say, you know, thank you, publicly, because it's your show. Thank you. She came out and did some amazing demonstrations at DomCon.
Oh, thank you.
And it was such a pleasure having you there. And I love working with you because you're so easy to work with. You're so professional, and you're really amazing at your craft. You know what I mean? You don't see so many women that are really like skilled in the rope community, and you're one of those few.
You know, I really appreciate hearing that because I was becoming discouraged for a while.
Ah, fuck them.
And I have to tell you, you know, for as much as I got to do at DomCon, where I was not expecting to perform on the main stage.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to get my 2 demos and my 2 classes, and that was it. And all of a sudden, I was booked that week.
Welcome to DomCon.
And it was so good for me. I forgot that I have skills.
No, you have. I mean, and we do that. I think that when we do this for so long, you know, we go through these, like, you know, I don't know if anybody at home, you know, can relate. If you can, come into the chat room, let us know. But we go through these, like, roller coasters. I know, at least personally, I have over the years, where I'm just like, you know, you just kind of go, okay, well, this is where I'm at with stuff. And then all of a sudden, you know, something catalyzes and boom, you're like, oh, yeah, that's right. I can do this.
Well, yeah, I forget I can flog. I'm so used to being identified with a rope, I forget I have other toys.
I understand. Once I started, like, you know, I had to give up, when I started having to give up certain things or, you know, step away from certain things, people were like, well, what are you going to do now? And I'm like, I don't know, the other 175 fucking things that I do, I'll have to dig deep, I guess. But, you know, and it's just sometimes, you know, we catalyze and we ride this roller coaster.
We do. And
so I just clip my seatbelt in, really. That's what I do. I'm not professionally instigate people. That's what I do. Kind of sense of humor.
You do have a great sense of humor.
Thank you. I think it's imperative. I think it's healthy to have a really well-developed sense of humor, primarily about self, because I think this, you know, my opinion, a lot of people there's a lot of things that people take too seriously. And some of it, absolutely valid. Yes, safety, take that fucking seriously, please.
Oh, yeah.
You know, stuff like, you know, and there's a lot of different things, but I mean, it's like, you know, I don't know. I'm just too open for some shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, you know, you keep hoping people are going to use common sense when it comes to safety.
That's an oxymoron.
Yeah, and if you don't offer that bit of safety at the beginning of the class, you know.
Well, I'm just one of the people, you know, like now that I'm retired from teaching, but when I used to teach, it's part of me going, okay, am I doing my due diligence as an instructor if I leave that very important piece of information out? No. And so when people came to my classes for so long, it was just like, okay, you guys get the format. It's okay this, it's okay negotiation, it's okay safety, anatomy, physiology, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, I've got the same routine. It's like we get the important things out of the way first, and then we get to the fun.
Exactly. I think that, you know, safety is a really important thing, that once you know where the parameters are and things like that, then you have that freedom.
Well, exactly, and it's just all a matter of formulating a plan. And this is just what I try to, instill in people. It's like, think about what you're doing and form an appropriate plan.
What, you mean plan ahead? That's crazy talk.
Well, it doesn't have to be a whole big plan ahead thing. It's like, have a game plan.
Well, I mean, it's tentative. I like to say tentative outline.
There you go, tentative outline.
With bunny ears. Tentative outline, because at any point, moment in time, you have to make a lot of GPS might reroute you.
Oh my God, tell me about it. My GPS Maggie has a mind of her own.
One of my mentees, Mistress Rose, she had her GPS had the voice of John Cleese.
No way.
It was fabulous. It was, no, make a left. I was like, that's kind of fucking awesome.
That is awesome.
I was like, I want that. It just is what it is.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of like my girl, but
I like girls too. I get it. I mean, equal opportunity.
But John Cleese, that has to be pretty awesome.
It is pretty awesome, especially when you're a dork like I am, and you have a lot of different eclectic.
So, how many John Cleese movies have you seen?
Oh Jesus, I don't know. I really don't know. I have no idea.
Do you like his movies better, or when he was with Monty?
I like it, it's a 50-50. I like Fish Called Wanda. I like spam.
Yes.
So I do like some Monty Python.
And was he in Fawlty Towers? Wasn't that a series that he did?
I don't know.
I think he was.
I'm like BBC fan light, I guess.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Well, I can understand that. I used to be way into the BBC, and then I got away from it.
Life happens.
It
Life
does.
happens before BBC, unless Doctor Who's on, and then everybody shut the fuck up. Because I'm not kind of.
I've heard so much about Doctor Who, and I really don't follow that.
I'm not so much into the older Doctor Who, where the extensive stage decoration was like some cardboard and some construction paper and spray paint.
Mm-hmm.
But I like the newer Doctor Who. I really got into the newer Doctor Who. I'm like, I have a TARDIS shower curtain. I have a TARDIS coffee mug with lid. I have a TARDIS nightlight.
Wow.
I'm geeky.
That's amazing.
ThinkGeek.com. So you guys know. I should get a kick down from ThinkGeek, but I'm not. But yeah. What's been going on in your life? What's going on with you?
Oh, gosh. Well, I am pimping my event for the 12th of July. I'm doing a Betty Page tribute party.
Very nice.
Celebrating bondage American style. We're having 2 costume contests. One for the best Betty Page look-alike, and one for the best trio of Dudley Do-Right, Nell, and Snidely Whiplash.
Oh, very cool. That's awesome.
Couldn't resist.
That is pretty awesome.
I can't wait to see what people come up with.
I know. I like it when you just kind of throw a theme out there and how creative people do it.
Exactly. And then I want an Eastern-Western bondage throwdown room.
An Eastern and Western bondage throwdown room. That sounds very interesting.
Well,
so you have all of the shibari.
Yeah, we have so much rope talent in this county, and I would like to see everybody out there with rope talent in the Eastern-Western rope bondage throwdown room, and show me what you got. East versus West. Let's see who throws it down best. And there will be prizes.
What if you're from Europe? I'm just throwing out
Eastern Europe or Western Europe? Are you from behind the Iron Curtain or in front of it?
I just like
choose your side.
I like to be an asshole and throw out just little things like, what if you're from Europe?
Well, actually, wouldn't that put you kind of on the eastern side of things, considering America's kind of on the west side?
It depends on how you're splitting the globe in quadrants.
I'm open till ever they want to categorize themselves.
Right on.
They may be from East Berlin and be into Texas bondage.
Right on.
And I am totally cool with that. I don't think that your flavor of bondage has to do where you actually live. I think it has to do with what you have in your heart and how you like to tie.
I think that's true. I can subscribe to that. Absolutely.
Cool.
It's a good time.
So there you go. I want to hear from you rope guys. And I also want to hear from you people that like to perform. I'm booking performers now and vendors. So the party's getting started. Jump on the bandwagon. Send me a personal message and we will talk.
So if it's a bandwagon or a rim shot?
Whatever. Toot your horn, honey.
I'm just saying that.
Do we have anybody in the chat room at this point?
Yes, we do. And there are people that are watching. If you're not in the chat room, please come in the chat room. We also have a little comment. Baby Pig said, Mistress, your hair looks amazing.
Thank you, Baby
Kisses,
Pig.
hugs, kisses, hugs, kisses.
Oh, thank you, Baby Pig. Miss you.
Oh, any more comments from the Peanut Gallery?
No, not yet, but they'll be coming in, and I've been posting on FetLife, talking about the show, and good show. But man, she does look hot, absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I think I'd become bisexual again just for her.
Ooh.
Changing kinksters, one kinkster at a time.
No.
I think I've heard something like that somewhere.
I don't know. It's one chick. That's her mom. But yeah, no. Life has been good. Life has been challenging. Just this DomCon was very hard for me, emotionally speaking. It was very hard for me.
Well, yeah. I mean, you had to change your whole modus operandi for what you normally do, but yet you were still there for us.
Yeah, well, I wanted to just do what I could, in the way that I could do it, kind of thing. But it was very hard. It was very hard for me, emotionally speaking. This is the first DomCon. I've never brought a toy bag because I wasn't able to play. Oh. This was my first DomCon without my son, Sir Skip Dog. So it was just there was a lot. I was like processing just so much at one time, and then like to answer questions like, "Why are you retired?" I'm like, I just don't have it in me right now, And so it was very weird, And then also like that's the low, and then the high was like, oh, everybody's there, and it's amazing. I haven't seen these people in like a year, and it was just a very like for me, where usually I'm like, woo, DomCon, woo,
Yeah.
So it was just like, okay, I really, I had to really like just work to be like, okay, this is what it is, recognize this, and then, see what we can do about, where's the best way I can be of service, to what's going on here.
Well, I have to tell you, you did an amazing job.
Thank you very much.
I know Mistress Cyan appreciates it. All of us, that, watched you work. That demo stage was great, and I know there were a lot of hiccups.
There's always a few hiccups, you know what I mean? Like, and that's like being a stage manager, you're kind of like a professional cat herder. And then when you have a lot of dominance, it's a professional feral cat herder.
Oh yeah.
But no, everybody was really awesome, and everybody was really great, and when there were some changes that came up, because there's always going to be, everybody was like very, easy going with that, like, oh, okay, no problem, just tell me, and I was like, oh, that makes things so much easier on the stage manager. It really does.
Well, it does, because I know I used to freak out about the performances and stuff, because, it just happens 9 out of 10 times your bottom doesn't show up. And it used to freak me out something fierce, and somewhere in the last year, I got comfortable with grabbing whoever.
Yeah. I get that. I don't know. Maybe that's why I got a whole bunch of people. But yeah, no, I get that, because I would have those where I'm like, oh my God, I got this huge, like, I got this grandiose idea in my head about what I want to do. And then like 2 hours before we hit the stage, you'd be like, I have the flu. And I'm like, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
To quote a little Sam and Dean, son of a bitch.
Well, so, yeah, and it's mostly my ego, I know, that gets hurt, because it's like I plan this great, fantastic thing, and I want to really show people how much talent I have, and then I can't. And it's like, damn, I put so much effort into this, and I can't do it.
I think it's just having a different conversation about, like, for me, I'd be like, okay, I have this, like, really big idea, and I'm like, okay, so I'm going to have to rearrange that idea, and just... All right, so obviously this is not supposed to be here right now, because that's what's coming up, and like, let's just take it in a different direction.
Yeah, and sometimes you end up doing something really great, because I got to do fire stage on the main, fire play on the main stage. Yeah. And I haven't had a chance to do fire play on the stage in quite a while. Yeah. And oh my God, I loved it, because I love doing
I get it. I can't do it anymore. I totally get it.
Yeah. Well, I don't do anything like you used to do. I mean, I was starting to learn how to blow fire, but That's really serious stuff.
Yes,
and
it is.
as
Yes,
I
it is.
started playing with the water and stuff, I don't really think I can train my lip properly to be fully safe. So I'm kind of tabling that one. That may be a skill I choose not to learn.
Okay, well, that's cool.
You know, because I'm, as much as I want to,
Yeah.
it might be ill-advised.
That's very fair, and that's a really responsible position to take with it. That's really a response. I think that, a lot of people would do really good to like take that, like, hey, you know what? I'm just going to table this right now. That's a really good learning thing.
Well, exactly. Yeah. Now, if I ever develop that muscle control and my lips stop puckering.
Well, that's kind of part of blowing fire. I mean,
in strange ways, and that little hole in my chin just, closes up.
Yeah. It's kind of like playing the trumpet. When you're blowing fire, it's kind of like playing the trumpet.
Yeah, well, I used to play a reeded instrument, so maybe that's the
You just got to kind of find that conversation that hits home for you.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I know that, if it's meant to be, I will get my head around this, and it will come to me like most skills do.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's just not the right time.
Right. Exactly. I'm especially right now, I'm not about hammering a square peg in a round hole, especially with a sledgehammer. I've done that for many years, and this is where it's gotten me. Like, now all your pegs are gone.
But I know how that is. I'm as stubborn as they come.
I know.
Yeah. Can you relate? A little bit?
Oh, fuck yeah, I can.
Oh, man.
What do you mean this is not my idea? Yeah.
How's that chat room now? Anybody else pop in?
X says, I miss you too.
Aww.
And we have people that are watching. If you're watching, please, we see there's so many people that are watching, but you guys come into the chat room. We need questions.
We do.
Yeah,
this is a marvelous lady. We should be grilling her.
Yeah, grill me.
Well, I think that I think I have to take some responsibility for this because I was gone in Texas all weekend, so I wasn't doing a lot of promoting. I didn't have internet working, so I was out. Took the city girl out to the country.
Ooh, and how did that go, Mel?
I get that.
I got to shoot a gun. I got to shoot a rifle. I took a rifle and I hit the target 16 times in a row.
Oh, check you out.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's cute.
Yeah,
No.
did archery.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
My God,
Been learning poi.
I'm kind of lame when it comes to archery.
Oh, I love archery.
Like guns, I'm like, yeah.
Guns, handguns, no.
Yes.
But rifles,
Yes.
fuck it. I love it.
Yep.
Yeah, I want to go out and buy myself one.
Nice.
Yeah. But 16 times straight hit
Right
the
on.
target.
Good job.
Yeah, I was pretty amazed at that. So.
Very cool.
And it's awesome. I will give them a little pitch tonight. It's called Liberty Manor, and it's about 30 miles outside of Houston. They had someone come pick me up at the airport. They drove me to the campground. I had a glam tent, which was absolutely beautiful. I'll be doing a posting on it probably the next couple days. And I videotaped a lot of stuff going on. What they're trying to do is do a BDSM community where people can go camping or even build up their little houses and stuff. So a whole area just for BDSM. They'll be having huge events, building a swimming hole, everything else. And next time I go, which is in October, is going to be their grand opening.
Nice.
I'm going to look at learning how to ride horses again. So.
Now, is this just like a place to visit, or can people actually live there?
I'm not sure, but I think you can rent. You can become a resident, and then you can build something on it, like maybe a house or a trailer or whatever. But they have 1,500 acres, and they're only doing 300 at the moment, and they'll be expanding it to 1,500.
So my little Kingster head goes, oh my God, there's so much potential.
Oh yeah, BDSM school, a church, yoga. I mean everything else. Entropy has come into the chat room. Welcome.
Hello, Entropy.
But it's an awesome place, and it's a great place. Maybe for all of us Kingsters could retire there. That would be awesome. But
That's
it's human.
Good thing,
That is a good idea. How many times have we thought about who we want to retire with? When I worked in the peace community and did a lot of anti-war work, we always made the joke that we should do a community thing
No, I'm
I'm sorry, I can't help it. I you know.
Hey, it's a shoe collar.
I'm a true communist. But we thought, you know, we should all pool our resources and buy like one big facility for all us, you know, and just turn it into, well, yeah, hippie commune.
Yeah. I said that at the beginning of this statement, and I was like, fucking hippie. No, it's just like this. I'm like, no, you're a hippie. No, but you know, it's communal living.
Not really. I'm 10 years younger than that, but I dated a lot of those old hippies.
I didn't have it to say it had anything to do with your date of birth, okay? From what I understand, hippie is a way of being, and not chronological in aspects, but yeah.
Hippie. Cool.
No.
I can't help it. I've always been one of those people that works for the greater good. It's been my greatest downfall and my greatest gift.
Yeah, I understand that completely. I just changed my my job description on my Facebook a little while back to sadistic humanitarian.
I love it.
Because it came out as a joke between Bullwhip and I like 6 months ago. And he's like, so, sir, what are you going to be doing? And I was like, I am going to be a sadistic humanitarian. And we were joking about it. And then I was just like, you know what, now I'm retired. Fuck it. That's what I do now. So it's been pretty funny.
I bet it has.
It's been pretty funny. So yeah, but it's been interesting, you know. It's like I haven't, you know, it's like I got a whole bunch of gear I'm looking at and going, yeah. Like I would just feel so much better if I just like, you know, gave somebody a crowd across the eyes and be like, okay, I can go without my day. Yeah, and they're like, thank you.
I mean, is there some sort of modified play that you can do at this point that's safe for you?
Right now I'm tabling that. Right now in conversations, just because I mean, like, of course my head's like, well, I could totally like do it this way, and I could totally do it this way, and I could totally do it this way, and I'm like, but me being the I'm learning how to do things, you know, which I know how other aspects of my life do things in moderation, but with BDSM I've always been like an all or nothing kind of person.
No, I totally get that.
And so I'm like, people are like, you could do electrical play, and I'm like, yeah, but would that really, you know, I love electricity, I love electrical and stuff like that, but also engaging in something and then going, okay, and then there's a lot of limitations for myself. This is totally just a conversation from my neck up, just so you know. And I'm going, yes, but I'm really going to like want to like flog them, and and then my energy is going to shift into scene, and I don't want to bring that energy to that particular scene.
At this point, you have to retrain your muscle memory. You have to rethink your natural reaction to what you want to do. Because you do need to modify that behavior.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of things I need to modify. I've had to modify sometimes the way I sleep, the way I sit. You know, it's like, oh, okay, that's a change. But
you know, limitations are things that do come up in life, and you know, I myself, you know,
life happens when you're flogging people.
Yeah, that does. But, you know, when people tell me, you know, I can't, or I got this limitation, that limitation, I actually teach an aerobic class. You know, people will tell me, oh, no, I can't do that. I haven't got the physical stamina. Guess what? This aerobic class is made for everybody. Even if you're devoutly lazy and never get your butt out of the chair, you can still do this exercise class because it can be modified for every physical limitation. Of course, I hope you're actually going to get up and do the full thing because it's an amazingly, and you know, it's a wonderful training for rope bondage because it includes a little yoga, a little aerobic, it warms the muscles. It's the perfect warm-up for any BDSM play. Yeah. You know, including those people that don't like to get off their butts and do anything.
That's not my story.
No. No, that is not your story.
It's not my story. No, that's not my story. You know, and I've had like, you know, different conversations about it, like, okay, you know, because they're like, it's degenerative, which means it will progressively get worse. And so I'm like, okay, that's awesome. So I'm at a shitty plateau right now, and I'm just gonna kind of do what I can in that space because I have some other things going on. But you know, and it's a very big challenge. It's a very big challenge. Like I hate using the cane. I'm going to say that out loud. I hate using the cane. It is not my favorite thing ever.
No, it's not.
I'm like, canes, I should be hitting people with these. Why am I walking with it? No, you know, it's just like my mind works that way. And And then I'm like, you know, and I'm like, and also, you know, it's like I don't like it when, you know, I've never been one to like to be coddled, so to speak.
True.
Like I don't do that for people. I don't think some people know me like that. Like, oh, she does not coddle people. But yeah, they treat you very differently sometimes.
Oh, absolutely.
And
Believe
I'm like,
me, being a pain user myself from time to time. And I went through the same thing. I recently went through a severe bout of bursitis in both my hips because I was too stubborn to use my cane.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, you know, you can tough it out. And so for months, and I'm progressively getting worse.
Yeah.
You know, and then I'm thinking, oh my God, the arthritis is kicking in because I'm old and blah, blah, blah. And I'm coming up with all this stuff.
You have that lady I'm old, like lady age challenge. That's what I call it, the lady age challenge.
Yeah, the lady age.
The lady age challenge. A lot of women have that, and that's cool. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I'm much more of the thinker, like I'm 36. Woo, I made it, you know. But no, and that, like, I think that does come up, you know, it comes up for a lot, in different ways for a lot of different people. You know what I mean? Like, and it's just, I'm like, okay, you know, and it's funny because I'm so much more accepting about like other people's situations. Like I said, you know, a few weeks back I was on TSR with Rev Mel, and I was on TSR with Goddess Genesis. And that was like awesome. It was kind of like a reunion more than anything.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, but I'm like, I'm still kicking and screaming. Like, there's a part of me that's still kicking and screaming. Like, I actually, like at DomCon, watching people go up on the stage that I booked on Friday night, I had to take a minute to myself. And I'm like, that's not going to be me.
Yeah, and believe me, it's not easy. I'm over 50, folks.
The oil of Olay is working. Good job.
But I remember when I broke my leg a few years ago, and my mom sitting trying to have a serious conversation, going, "Honey, it's time to give up the roller skates." And I fought her tooth and nail. I was like, "No, this is going to be healed, and I'll be on those skates within 6 months. You just watch me."
Tell me you dress like roller girl.
I do have an air gear outfit with a wig and the little hot pants and a little shirt.
Do you have the striped skater socks?
Yes.
Sweet. I'm just gonna take a minute. I know the show's only an hour. There's certain aesthetics I have a thing for.
And I have to tell you that floor at Sanctuary is super awesome for roller skating. Oh my
wouldn't
God.
know. I tried doing, because I'm okay, funny story. For years I could do the 4 wheels, like I don't know what you call it.
Yeah, the quads.
Quads.
I have a pair of custom quads.
I'm not that cool, I don't know. But I would have like the ice cream man kind of skates.
Yes.
And I hadn't worn these skates since I was like 12 or something like that. And when I lived with my ex, he was like a rollerblading dude.
I hate rollerblades. Give me quads.
No, so I was like, oh, okay, so we go out in the middle of the night, go out to Santa Monica Pier, and I'm like,
cute.
And he's like, on his like rollerblades. So I'm sitting there breaking a sweat. My skate breaks. I fucking eat shit.
No.
And this is like a mile out from like where we'd parked, and it was funny because I had to kind of do the single skate, like.
Well, that's just skateboarding.
Yeah, well, I suck at that too. But but I was cracking up because I was so funny. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go buy a pair of these rollerblades, right? And this is when I was the head mistress for the chateau. This is how long back I was.
Oh, yeah, a year or two.
And so I've got all my gear on, right? I got my cincher, my fishnets, and my sexy mistress outfits on. And I have a pair of sweat socks and rollerblades on. And in the chateau, for those of you that had never been there, a lot of you have, but I had a hallway with rooms off the hall. And so I would just practice going up and down that hallway on my rollerblades. And a friend of mine started calling me Roller Dom. And I was just like, it was really hilarious. But I ate shit too many times, and I was just like, okay, we're good.
I understand.
Yeah.
I've tried to teach many adults how to skate, and sometimes it's just not their thing anymore.
Yeah. I was a big roller skater and a bicycler and stuff like that when I was little, like all kinds of shit. But
no, I can still ice skate too.
I ice skated once when I was 8.
Really?
Broke my ass, and I was like,
oh, the new ice skates are the well,
I
wouldn't
know.
That dates me. Anyways, I've
Lady
been called
age
on
challenge.
that.
Lady age
I've
challenge.
been called
I'm gonna
on
coin
that. I've been told you can't say it's the bomb anymore.
What? That's bullshit.
Well, that's what I've been told. It says I need to update my language. I don't know what's cool anymore.
Yeah, fuck you, hipsters. Okay,
You know, I'd like to say it's groovy.
Fucking hippie. No, but,
Thank you.
but you know what I'm saying? No, but I'm like, it's thebomb.com. I mean, put it on the internet, you know?
Yes. You also do awesome sauce.
Awesome sauce.
I love it.
Sign language for awesome sauce. Just so you guys know,
So
it's not
cool.
some weird, I didn't take a steal second or nothing. You know, it's actually the ASL way to say awesome sauce. If you want to serenade
And
that.
now that's on that TV commercial.
I know, I was like, fucking bitches.
Really?
No,
They totally stole that from you.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But they are really beautiful twins.
Aren't they? They're so adorable.
Twins, Basil, twins. No.
You inspired them to be great.
Oh, thanks. Apparently my reach has no bounds.
Hey, Nell, how's that chat room going?
Their entropy said he was talking about names. He goes, it could be worse. My old business cards gave me the occupation as complete bastard.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's. Did you take that up with your printing company? No.
No, I think he relished it and loved it. I think he probably wore his kilt and went, yeah, I'm a complete bastard.
No,
Wow.
that works. That works. I mean, sometimes you just gotta embrace stuff.
Well, that's true. That's true. There's,
Maybe I will get cards that say sadistic humanitarian on them, and I'll do the douchebag 2-finger card pull.
Love it.
You know?
Love it. Are you going to wear the leisure suit with the white belt and shoes? And,
I have the white belt. I have a
Herb
lot of white.
Charlton all over the place.
I could do that.
You'd have to change your
Like the
style.
self-important, the self-important pouty lips.
Yep.
I call this one blue steel. And I can't turn left. No.
You're not a namby-turner.
There. Namby-pamby. But yeah, no. So I mean, like, life's been good. I've been like, so to speak, working and stuff like that. Working with my priestly duties. I get to go down to San Diego and do a wedding for some of my friends down in San Diego at the end of the month.
Nice.
And it's kind of cool. I'm doing, which I'm going to put a plug out right now because I can. I'm here. But I'm doing the CF walk, the Cystic Fibrosis walk, that is in Los Angeles on May 31st of this month.
Yeah, I've seen it advertised. That is
Yeah.
freaking awesome.
And it's there's Team Sir Skip Dog, and I know there's some other members of the community that also have cystic fibrosis. So
yes, I believe Baroness has mentioned somebody she's close to ICF.
yes, exactly. That's who I was referring to in an anonymous way. But I think it's going to be really beautiful. It's a really beautiful way to honor Skip, and so I'm doing that in the morning on the 31st, and then that night I'm going down to San Diego to marry people. So I'm like, okay, emotional day.
That is an emotional
So that's
day.
cool. Let's do that. Apparently that's what I'm here for. So.
Well, a lot of people just, they know that you're into this religion, but we really don't know what you do. We just know that you've made a commitment to this and basically changed your whole life.
Well, yeah, I mean, in a lot of aspects, it has changed my life for the better. And a lot of people, like my retirement, people a lot of times accredited my religion and my commitment to that due to my retirement. And one doesn't have to do with the other. My retirement from play, it has to do with medical issues. Plain and simple, period. What I do as far as with Santeria and stuff like that is I'm an initiated priestess, and I do my godfather's my elder. It's very, the way I explain it to people, like the protocols are very similar to BDSM. You know what I mean? It's like, well, for me, and you work your way up. You respect your elders. There's trust, honor, respect. There's a lot of different tenets that are very synchronized for me. So I think that's why it's so comfortable for me. And what I do, a lot of times I help my godfather with a lot of things, like whether or not he's doing a reading for people, because I'm not at the point where I'm doing readings for people. That's something I would like to do.
Okay, so it's like you work your way up.
I'm the understudy right now.
Yeah,
yes,
so
absolutely.
you have to do a certain amount of interning in this position before you earn the next step to be able to do this.
Exactly.
Nice.
And there's steps and tiers to it, and then there's steps with helping and working in different ceremonies. You can't help or work in those ceremonies unless you receive them, because they're very, close quarters and secretive and stuff like that, which many different gatherings, groups, religions, or, facets are. all over the world. But, and so, you know, I'm learning a lot, which is awesome. My godparents are amazing teachers, and they teach from the heart, which is like something I really love. And, you know, I'm just learning how to do, like, I'm learning different languages as I go.
Nice.
Like, I'm learning how to sing things in, you know, different African dialects. And
oh my God, you know, because when you sing in other languages, you become far more tonal. I mean, my favorite language to sing in is Latin.
Oh, beautiful.
You know, I mean, there's just something about the way it rumbles up from the diaphragm, and it just, it feels spiritual.
Oh, yeah, totally. I get that. You know, and for me, it's like, you know, when you sit up and you show up with a lot of that, you're putting this energy into this big energy, because it's all based on energy. And I mean, maybe I'm crazy, but it's just really, you know, helping a lot of people, which is something that I like to do. It helps people with, you know, guidance. It helps people with cleansings. It helps people energetically. It helps a lot, you know what I mean? And it's really beautiful.
Well, singing in and of itself is beautiful. A lot of people don't realize that it stimulates the immune system.
Yeah.
It exercises the throat muscles. If you snore, part of the reason why you might be snoring is because your throat muscles may be lax. A way to build those back up is sing on a daily basis.
And it helps your throat chakra as well as your solar plexus chakra.
Not to mention what it does for your soul.
Yeah, absolutely.
When you start being able to release and get into that, you know, get past the self-consciousness and just let go and just enjoy the music.
And that's one thing that, I mean, like, I know it might sound like a stretch, but that's one thing that still I'm very, you know, very shy about is my singing. Even though I started singing gospel choir when I was 14, you know, I'm an alto. But, you know, and it's just like that whole, you know, because it's so, for me, when I sing, it's so soul exposing, for lack of a better term. And it's, you know, like literally at Skip's Memorial, that was the first time I sang in public in 10 years.
Wow.
Up on stage singing.
And it was so touching.
Thank you.
It really was.
But I was just like, okay, we can do that. And Hudzy was amazing. Collaborating with Hudzy, she's fantastic.
She just has this amazing voice.
Yeah, and she's a beautiful person. Beautiful person inside out.
She is.
But yeah, no, I'm really, you know, singing has always been one of those things. You know, it's like, you know, it's usually just been for me. Like I do a lot of writing and stuff like that. We've talked about this.
Yes.
You know, and
we even jammed once or twice.
We even jammed once or twice at the dungeon.
We did. It was so
It was
fun.
so god. Oh my god, that was awesome. I was like, we totally need to do this.
We do. We do.
And it was just fun, you know. And so I like that. I like collaborating on different things. I like. I'm always been heavily based on lyrics, lyrics and poetry and stuff like that. And people are like, I didn't know this about you, and I'm like, I don't hide it.
No.
But you know, I mean, some people just like they see you in one conversation and then they go, oh, you're a whole person.
Well, yeah, they don't realize that. It's like, you know, one thing I've gotten away from is I used to write songs all the time. And I haven't written a song in 2 years now. And it's really starting to affect me. I didn't realize.
That's about how long it's been for me.
Yeah, you know, that is something I have denied myself, is that creativeness. And that might be part of the reason why, you know, I'm a little off focus, because it's like I used to do all these creative things to keep going, you know?
I get that.
And
I completely get it.
You know, I got caught up in the lifestyle and trying to make a living and listening to what everybody's saying to do this, that, and the other thing. And I forgot along the way, I forgot how to enjoy myself.
I get that. I totally get that. No, I mean, and you know, and I have that creative side as well. And so I think, I don't know, maybe this is my way of, you know, doing something different. And just like, it's just motivating me to really, you know, develop those other creative areas that I have.
Well, yeah, and it's like, you know, there's no time like the present to indulge. It's like, I think of all the things that I would love to get back to, and it's like, why do you keep thinking about getting back to it? Go for it.
I'm sure I have that conversation with me a lot. Me and me, we sit down and we're just like, yeah, that should probably need some attention. I'm like, yeah, but Lost is on. No.
Yeah, I do stop for Walking Dead. That is my only commitment to TV.
I'm not one of those people that like schedules my day around a TV show. I don't even have normal TV.
Well, you don't have to with cable. It's on any time of the day. It's like it's on your schedule now.
Yeah. Hulu. But yeah, so that's pretty funny. Like, one of my ex-roommates used to be like, I can't go out tonight. My show is on. And I'm like, my brain does not wrap around that statement.
No, I have a really hard time committing to TV of any kind.
Yeah.
I
have a 4-year-old. You know what my TV consists of?
Yes.
Okay, good.
SpongeBob.
Yeah, that's like the shit right now. I think I just ate a Krabby Patty on the way here. I don't know.
Oh, remember when my nieces were into that? They were so cute.
She just recently got into it, because like when I'm at my godfather's house and stuff like that, because they have like the regular TV and stuff, and so she found SpongeBob, and I think her little head exploded. She didn't talk to me for like 2 days because she was like,
love it.
I was like,
I've watched all my nieces and nephews go through their SpongeBob thing.
No, it's cool. I mean, I walk by the TV and my eyes glaze over, but it's like watch it again, okay, sweetie, and it's like, why, I think,
But
and
we were hooked on Bugs Bunny, and I don't know, the Jetsons, Scooby-Doo, there's a lot of those things that we got into.
Oh, yeah, the Snorks.
The Snorks. Yeah, I remember the Snorks. I still watch Scooby-Doo sometimes.
I do, too. It's
I'm
cool.
saying,
I'm not judging.
Scooby.
I'm not judging. Don't you judge me.
Yeah. No, don't you judge. Don't you know really intelligent people watch cartoons? It's a known fact.
That's my story. Mine, all mine. But yeah, I mean, I had a 4-year-old so I could watch cartoons and nobody was looking at me. No, that's not the story. But yeah, I mean, and it's pretty funny. She's into zombies right now. Like yeah. I have a zombie game on my tablet that the zombies eat the brains, and she's like, "Look how many brains I got!"
What is it called? Zombie Apocalypse or something? I don't know. It's these cute little zombies, and they just run, and they gobble things, and they jump over bombs and
same game like Zombie Tsunami or something.
That's it, Zombie Tsunami.
Yeah, she's like, I am a gold zombie, and I'm like, all right, Midas, get out of here. But
it's a fun game.
Apparently. To eat brains.
Yeah, well, I've also been playing the Minion one too.
Try the Minion one. I was just like, I like Gru in. We're just talking about random shit today. Apparently.
Yes, we are.
Gru is because I was a few weeks back. We went to Universal City Walk because that's sometimes what we like to do, just go out and walk. And I was like, they have like a T-shirt that says "Assemble the Minions," and it's like fabulous.
Yes.
I like all of those movies because if you watch it like the movie Up and stuff like that, it's really for adults. It's not really for kids when you think about it.
Well, anymore they've gotten pretty clever at it. They know how to make it just enough so it's kid friendly, but they really make it for the adults.
I think Disneyland is for adults personally. I mean,
sometimes.
No, I think Disneyland is definitely for adults, and stuff like that. I think we got a finger in the chat room.
We have a finger in the chat room. What's up, Mel?
Yes, Entropy says something funny. He goes, true story. Back when I worked as a theater tech, whenever things got grim, stupid, and hopeless, the tech director would shout, "Are you kids ready?" And we would all sing the SpongeBob theme from the top of our lungs.
I love it.
That's awesome. See? Not for kids.
That is so cool. Now, who here knows the SpongeBob? You know what?
God.
I don't. I'm sorry. I never watched SpongeBob.
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? SpongeBob SquarePants. No. SpongeBob SquarePants. Something to fish. I think that's where that middle, those 2 bars, I go and get another cup of coffee. I don't know that. That's where I'm at.
I love it. We all need an anthem.
Yeah, right? I don't know what you know what? When I worked at the Dominion, there were some of the girls there, and we were just sitting around, because when you work at a pro dungeon, you have a lot of that kind of time. Mm-hmm. And we're having this, here, maybe this will spark some stuff for the chat room people. But we were having this discussion about, okay, if you could have one theme song that would follow you around throughout your day, what would it be? And mine would be "O Fortuna" by Carl Orff, personally. And so I go into this whole role play verbally about how I'm going to the grocery store and I'm playing Carl Orff on my laptop, and I'm just going into this whole elaborate scheme on how I'm going to go, and it's double coupon day and this, that, and the other. And then I go to the end of the aisle, and the crescendo, I'm trying to beat the lady with the 2 full carts that has a coupon book, And oh no! Yeah, it was pretty funny. But yeah, it would be cool. But what would yours be?
Oh, right at the Valkyries.
Flight of the Valkyries? Nice.
Yes. There's just something really inspiring about that, and you feel like you're accomplishing something and heading towards this incredible goal.
Actually, would
and you know, I'm Scandinavian, so I kind of come by that one.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. That's very true. No, one of my dear friends, Brock Bottom, when he did his first hook suspension, I facilitated him up. He did it to Flight of the Valkyries.
Nice.
Yeah, we used to go to he and I used to go to the opera quite a bit.
Oh, I love
for a little
opera.
while there. Yeah, yeah. He didn't like before then. I mean, I like opera. I do. But the only opera I'd ever attended in person, not like, you know, by the CD, was Phantom of the Opera, which is my favorite. And and so he sprang Tristan y Soledad on me, which is like, you just don't do that to somebody, man, because that's like a 5-hour fucking opera.
But it's beautiful.
It's very beautiful, and I understand that with my attention span, it's very difficult for me to sit under an air conditioner because I always fall asleep under an air conditioner. But and there's only 2 principals singing very desperately on the stage, and you know it's cool.
Did they have the subtitles?
Yeah, they had the subtitles, so that was cool.
Yeah, that has really been something.
But I was like this the whole time. I was like, oh my god, this is like painful. I mean, even the content of the opera was like, oh my god, it's beautiful, but I don't care at this point. But and then we went and saw Carmen, and they had much more action on the stage.
Oh, I love Carmen.
And so I was like, ooh, I'm in, you know. And it was like, my attention span was
and Aida, Barbara of Seville.
Oh, totally.
Like,
but I need a lot of people. I need stuff going on stage when there's an opera. You know, it's like when you go to Vegas, I can't sit at the Keno machine. Boop, 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 boop. I need like Monopoly guy. You know, I have to keep my attention. And so it's very funny.
What's up, Mel?
Axe has a question in the chat room.
Okay.
First of all, they said they go off topic, and I said yes, you may. Mistress, totally off topic. What are you going to do with your sadism now that you're retiring? Where does it go?
Well, didn't you just say
it goes nowhere. I'm still me. No. I'll just have to engage more in verbal and emotional sadism. You know, just kind of stay the physical for right now.
Yeah, there's always
Why do you ask? No.
Yeah.
And they're struggling in the chat room trying to figure out a theme song for themselves.
See, sparked a conversation.
We want to hear everybody's theme song.
Give us that
Everybody's
theme song.
Got one.
Yep.
And it shouldn't be the Brady Bunch. Well, unless you're in a poly family.
If you're in a poly family, I can see
be
that.
The Brady
Exactly.
Bunch. Could you imagine?
Oh my god. And then you have to drive around that like wood-walled station wagon. Poly family going to a party.
Oh, I want to see the poly family that has the Brady Bunch theme song.
That would be fantastic.
It would, and I want to see you show up in that wood-paneled station wagon.
Would that be not to be confused with the Griswold family?
No, no, it has to be the Brady Bunch.
No.
Though we could have a Griswold one,
we
too.
could totally have
Oh, they should totally do the station wagon poly people.
The station wagon poly people. Yeah, poly people grocery getters. You know? That's what we used to call station wagons, grocery getters. That's what Miles calls them. It's pretty funny.
Oh,
actually.
my God.
Have you guys in the chat room found a theme song yet?
Yeah.
No, I have one though.
You do?
Rev Mel has a theme song.
Oh, let's hear it.
White Rabbit.
Oh.
Very nice.
Very
That's
nice.
a good one.
And one pill makes me stronger. One pill, never mind.
But you're not into pills.
No, I'm off all my pills now.
That's
is awesome.
amazing.
Woo.
Congratulations.
Yeah, and I'm not slurring my words anymore.
Is that a good thing?
It's a good thing. Awesome. Congratulations.
That
White
is-
Rabbit, that is a great song.
That is.
Yes.
Yeah, that's,
Jefferson Starship.
That's what I do karaoke. I
So
don't do
you-
it as much anymore. I do one from YouTube. I like that song.
oh.
And I like Three Dog Down. Old songs.
Oh.
Very cool. Very cool.
There's nothing wrong with that.
So it was a big...
Okay.
If you guys are wondering why she's saying okay, I says 5 more minutes.
Oh, okay.
Well,
That's. I was like, what am I getting? It was the Magic 5.
The Magic 5, yes.
So yeah, so it sparks conversations, you know what I mean? Sparks inspiration and stuff like that. Have a theme song, you know. Always good.
You know, I know those days when I have a song running through my head, it somehow makes the day go better. You have a rhythm to work off of.
Hey, yeah, this is true.
You know,
this is true.
and you get
Mel's
going, and you have a question, Mel?
Well, there's statements.
Statements.
And we've only got a few minutes, so Axe says, Mistress, I'm happy to hear that you're considering other routes for your sadism. Wonderful. And then Entropy says, you know that's how he would do it, don't you? It would have to be Kiss Me, Son of God, by the might of giants, but not since I changed my hairstyle. And then, and Axe says, maybe, like a prayer, Madonna.
Like a prayer, Madonna.
Axe, baby pig.
Nice.
Anybody out there gonna use Drop Kick Me Jesus through the gold pole alive?
That's a mouthful.
What's your favorite BDSM songs? What's your favorite music to play when you're singing?
Favorite music to play while singing? Oh my God. Okay, that's easy. BMB Nation, categorized BMB Nation, Depeche Mode.
Yes, I was like with that one.
Yeah. I'm the biggest Depeche Mode fan, you know. I really am. My email is depechemel@gmail.
Well, you know what I started singing to, and I never thought I would, is Marilyn Manson.
I love Marilyn Manson.
Yeah, I was so surprised. Somebody, you know, said, try this for your scene, and oh my God, he's got some great stuff.
Yeah. But I like White Zombie and Rob Zombie. Ministry, like a lot of like older stuff. I love I like Leather Strip.
Leather Strip?
Yeah, Leather Strip. It's an older goth band.
Oh, yeah. I'm not familiar with
Yeah, they do stuff like bondage and stuff.
Nice.
LAE. Wait, leather. LEAE. Leather. Or however they spell it. Yeah, it's very different. But yeah, I like Susie and the Banshees.
No, how fun.
Yeah, I'm very for, you know, I've David Bowie. I did a piercing scene to David Bowie's Golden Years. That was great. I was telling that story the other night. I did a whole like piercing scene for Thirst to like David Bowie's Golden Years. I Want to Be a Cowboy. You know, like all kinds of just kitschy, you know, campy 80s songs. Was great.
Nice. Well, I like to do my burlesque striptease to Cage the Elephant.
Well, there it is.
There's something about, you know, the blues, the rock and roll.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
You know, that driving beat.
Yes, I totally get that.
Yeah, it's so much fun.
So we've talked about a whole bunch of random shit today.
We have.
Random shit. It was Random Shit Tuesday.
We're getting down to the last bit of this show here. You know, this has been fun.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Your friend to do the free association with.
Oh, yeah.
And who says we have to have an actual subject? We're
Just
okay
saying.
with this. Anyways, my guest for next week is going to be Miss Charlie Piper.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, you know Charlie?
I've heard of Charlie.
Oh,
I don't think I've met
she
Charlie.
is a beautiful young lady, and she's into all sorts of interesting things.
That's always an interesting.
You know, so you have to tune in next week and discover this beauty. She is quiet, but she has got some amazing stuff.
Very cool. Very cool.
She will be so much fun to explore and deflower.
Statements in the chat room?
Yes.
All right.
Axe says, thank you, Mistress Melissa and Miss Cassie, for sharing this with us. And Entropy says, Melissa, you should give Gary, is it Newman, more recent stuff I listened to from 2000 present. I think you'd like it. Is it N-U-M-A-N? Is that Newman?
Gary Newman. Let's talk, Entropy. I'm in. Well, thank you guys very much for tuning in. Thank you for having me.
And real quick, everybody, is this one naughty or nice? Come on, everybody, put their 2 cents in. She's a sadist, naughty or nice.
Type in if
Sadistic humanitarian, is that naughty or nice?
Type it in the chat room.
Type it in.
Is she naughty or nice? Is Mistress Melissa naughty?
Yes.
I will say she's she's too good to be naughty and too bad to be nice.
That was diplomatic.
That was. Well said.
That was a poetic diplomat there. Very good.
I love the way that people spin it.
Well, there's always a little bit of a lag. You know, we think they're hearing us, and then they hear us like, 4.5 or 10 seconds later. So
yeah, and they do have to type it in.
And they have to type it in.
Yeah.
Axe says, Naughty always.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, there's 2 options here. Like
Naughty, naughty, nice, 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 naughty, 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 naughty. Okay.
All right. Lots of N's.
right.
Mhm.
Excellent.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for
Thank
tuning in. This has been a fabulous show. I had so much fun talking to you.
I have fun talking. Thank you for having me. I mean,
Oh,
it's
my
just kinda-
pleasure.
this is just hanging out.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, no, thanks,
Hey, you guys,
monsters.
Entropy said naughty doesn't begin to cover it.
Thank you.
Ooh,
Finally,
Good one,
somebody
Entropy.
steps up. Thank you, Entropy.
excellent,
No.
excellent. Any more comments before we sign off now?
Nope, that's it. They're just sitting here chilling. Chilling.
All right.
All right,
But
thank you
is
guys.
the chat room naughty or nice tonight from the host and the guest?
Ooh. Well, I thought they could have been a bit more naughty than they were.
I thought they were sweetly naughty.
Sweetly naughty. Yeah, I thought you guys were just a bit too nice.
Nice is okay.
But it's okay.
Because we know who you are.
Mhm. And I think we can bring that naughty side out.
Always a bonus.
Mm-hmm. Gives us something to think about.
Exactly.
Yes, indeed. So what are we going to do? Are we changing the world one vanilla at the time, or?
God, I hope so.
Oh, yeah, but we do have an announcement.
Oh, yes.
Forgot.
What's the
Dun,
announcement?
dun,
Dun, dun,
Um,
dun.
Goddess Genesis is going to be taking a few weeks off. So, you're recovering after DomCon, so there are some things are working out. So she's going to be taking a little bit of time off. So I just want to let everybody know. And next week,
Doesn't she have something really wonderful to celebrate?
Yes, she is Mistress Cyan and her are now engaged.
oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, they are now
Oh, yeah,
engaged.
they are. They announced that.
They're
a
now
couple
engaged,
days
listen.
ago.
Woo!
Congratulations, Genesis and Mr. Cyan. It's
Congrats.
awesome.
I'm gonna say it.
Congratulations.
It's about time.
Uh-huh.
Yes, it's about time. Wonderful. How long have they been together?
8 years.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
about fucking time.
8 years.
Oh, congratulations to you
8 or 9
both.
years.
We are just ecstatic.
Cyan's
happy.
been looking great, and so has Genesis. She's lost a lot of weight, and Cyan,
Mhm.
she just has her skip in her walk lately. It's been
Yeah.
great to watch. It was
Excellent.
great at DomCon. DomCon was awesome.
Yes.
It was.
Yep.
Excellent. Well, awesome sauce.
Yes, indeed.
Awesome sauce.
All right, we really are going to say goodbye this time. Thank
Wait a
you,
minute.
everybody, for tuning. Or do we have more comments in the peanut gallery?
Alex is giggling nervously. I do not know why, but she is giggling nervously.
Excellent.
Nice.
Baby pig oink oink is giggling.
Hey, excellent.
Okay. All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
See you next week.
Excellent.
Bye.